Welcome to Papa Rides with your host, Papa Foxtrot. If you enjoyed this video, please support Papa Rides by liking, sharing, and subscribing.
Today is January the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th. Mrs. Foxtrot and I are going to be taking our bikes down to the Greensboro Coliseum to enter them into the Full Throttles bike show they're having this weekend. Before we do that, we're going to go pick up our friend Jack, and then we're going to go have lunch.
We're just going to go have lunch.
We're going to go have lunch. All right. So Mrs. Foxtrot and I have arrived here at our friend Jack's house. We're picking him up to take with us. He's going to take his Indian and put it in the bike show also.
Coffee cups and cigarettes laying around the room. I don't mind a little mess, just wanna stay with you, and we'll do anything that we want today. Won't be scared of falling down no more. So take me away to some other place. Don't wanna wait. Oh, my Indian summer, take me away. I ain't afraid, calling your name. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. We are green under the sun, we do our best to hide innocence fading away as we learn the truth, and we'll be anything that we wanna be. Gonna get what's coming anyway. So take me away to some other place. Don't wanna wait. Oh, my Indian summer, take me away. I ain't afraid, calling your name. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. We crossed the borderline into our dream. Nothing will ever be as real as this. The flames won't burn our skin. We're thick as thieves, and we know what we do. We live on like an echo. Oh, so take me away, some other place. Don't wanna wait. Oh, my Indian summer, take me away. I ain't afraid, calling your name. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. Promise you will wash away. Promise you will wash away. Cause I promise you will wash away. Wash away. Promise you will wash away. Wash away. Promise you will wash away.
Okay, this is Papa from Papa Rides, and I'm here with.
My name's Gary Abernathy.
Hi, Gary Abernathy, and this is one beautiful motorcycle that you have put together right here. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Okay, it's a Harley Davidson 1999 Harley Davidson Wide Glide, Dyna Wide Glide, which means the engine's mounted, transmission mounted in rubber. It's got a modified 124 cubic inch engine in it with automatic compression releases. It has engine has gear drive S&S 640G gear drive cams and high output oil pump, all that stuff, racing stuff. Has an oil cooler out front here, and I don't know if I mentioned it has a Baker transmission in it, 5-speed transmission. open primary.
Well, can we start from the front to the back and talk about the changes you've made?
Sure.
Because everybody loves that front fender and the skull.
Really? Well, I just had that done this year. I had bent the original fender on it, so I bought a new one, and it had the chrome brackets. So I had that Willie G skull popping through the fender done on the new fender. So that's not stock. The bag is not stock. It's can't remember where I got it, but it's I bought it this year. Had the guy in Lincoln, North Carolina, do the paint for me, and the front wheel isn't stock. It's a diamond spoke wheel. The rotor is not stock. As you can see, it's Willie G skulls.
You know, I completely missed those Willie G skulls, and I don't know why I didn't, because that's
Of course, you readily see the theme of the bike is Willie G skulls, and the headlights certainly not stock. My wife bought she bought me. Well, let me back up. She bought the mirrors for my birthday, and then for Christmas that year, she bought me the skull because they wanted some. I wouldn't buy one. I looked at it for 3-4 years online, but I wouldn't buy it because it cost so much. But she bought the mirrors and the skull, and that started it all, really. And so that changed the headlight. That's not stock. And then I added these for more light and more looks, really. And the clutch, I changed it to hydraulic. Yeah, the clutch is hydraulic. And the reason I changed is I thought it would make it easier to pull. It doesn't. It works better because it releases and engages better, but it's certainly not any easier to pull. And that really gets old when you're in Myrtle Beach traffic. But the primary is Ultima Primary, which I had chrome. And as you can see here,
Hold on a second.
This is an air cylinder, and it's used as a RPM shifter. It's pressurized by this CO2 bottle.
Okay.
With a regulator, it reduces to like 100 psi. And I have an RPM module, control module. It's mounted in behind the cover here, and this button enables it. If you turn the valves on the CO2 and enable this, all you have to do is twist the throttle back and hang on. It shifts on its own.
Very nice.
When it gets to 6,000 RPM, it goes to the next gear. But if you're going to do that with that 124, you need to make real sure that's what you want to do.
Okay.
Because you are going for a ride. But let me see. These tail lights.
Yep. These are really cool tail lights.
I made the tail lights. The tail lights are actually fired from the Gatling gun on an A10 Warthog, 30 millimeter tank killer rounds. I got the purple LED in back there for a tail light. Of course, both brake calipers are chrome. That's not stock. Virtually none of it's stock. Let's see. And the seat is that was redone by Mean City Cycles in Maiden, North Carolina. And here's a shotgun. This is a double barrel 12 gauge hammer gun like the used to carry on stagecoaches years ago.
Okay.
It's similar to the one that I think it's wide air held under the poker table. And
Let's step over here a little bit. Let him.
Held under the poker table in Tombstone. It is a functional 12 gauge. I had a replica on it before, but this one is real. And these are real 12 gauge rounds right here.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there's your ammo.
Yeah.
There's so much. I missed that, and that's really cool.
Yeah. Miss these. I got a little stuff hanging on up here, and you have to look good to see this. This is a little scorpion hand ring right here.
Okay, wow.
And I think that hits the high point.
One thing before we stop,
Yeah.
I'd love to see the lights on again.
Okay. The red lights are all of
Yep. And hopefully the camera will pick up how beautiful this bike is. And your name is Gary, correct?
Gary, yeah. One thing I left out is the kickstand. That is not stock.
Trust me, we saw the kickstand. Gary, I would like to thank you very much for spending time with me today.
Thank you for taking the interest, man.
And thank you for taking the time with
Thank
us.
you for
and if
taking the interest in it.
And this interview will be on. Trust me, this is a beautiful bike.